So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan.
Aztec Safety is #1 for online safety training.
Aztec Safety is the proud sponsor of the Aztec Safety Challenge, the #1 event on the World Curling Tour.
And Aztec Safety has been a proud sponsor of Team Jacobs on our quest to represent Canada at the Olympic Games.
Jesus.
Hello, everyone. Matt, you there? Nope. Okay. You hear me, Matt? Good day, everyone, and welcome to the first round of the playoffs here at the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown. Apologies for not being here when we started. The game time was 2 o'clock, and we rarely start early in these events, so I was having lunch, actually, because our previous game went late this morning, went 2 hours and 40 minutes. Having said that, a quick recap on this match. We got Silvana Tirinzoni from Switzerland versus Tabata from Japan, and Tirinzoni comes into this at 3-0. Tabata 2-1. One of two teams that made it, at least two teams that made it in with records of 2-1. So we'll talk a little bit more about the playoffs and how this is working and how this all works here just in a few minutes. We'll get this end done. Obviously, a pretty quiet end. Everybody approached this as a probable blank in the first end, which is what Alina Petz will attempt to do right now. Won't hurt for Tabata to have a fairly quiet first end either, I think. Tabata, rather, I should call it. So Alina Petz looking for the blank. Might knows this. Nope, she's okay. So not much happened. I'm Jim Nix, and I'll be back for a little more of the next end for sure. We'll be back right after the break.
Brett, come on, man. I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know, guys. I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait. Do you smell that?
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatchewan in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
So we're back for end number 2. So I only caught a couple of rocks in the first end, but pretty wide open end up and down the sheet. And I would expect that Tabata here would probably like to keep it a little bit like that if she had her druthers. She's got playing the number 2 team in the world, who would be the number 1 team in the world if it wasn't for somebody named Rachel Homan, who kind of has a lock on that right now. And I think, I'm not sure the record between Homan and Tirinzoni, but it seems like I've only seen Homan wins. Of course, for the last 2 years, we've only much seen Homan win all the time, really. So Tirinzoni getting aggressive here in the second end. A little more aggressive, has a corner up. Going to come around that corner. Front end for Tirinzoni is Carol Howard. Second stone. Dig it out here. And comes up short on that. And this one's going to slide a little deeper than she would have liked. We found out yesterday that from one of our viewers, actually, that just make sure I have this right here, that Nihira was actually throwing skip stones and Tabata throwing third stones. And Nihira was also in the house. So another chance to come around the corner for Tirinzoni, with not really much of a threat with those red ones at the back. Obviously be the big favorite in this game, although Tabata is also ranked quite high, ranked I think number 7 in the world out of Sapporo, Japan. So Tabata will look to follow that down, went pretty deep. She's going to get a piece, pretty big piece. Well done. It was a pretty hidden stone. We know there is quite a bit of curl to the outsides on the sheets here, and there's limited curl coming towards the center, but there's pretty decent finish for the most part. Sometimes more on one side of the sheet than the other, but so this will be Carol Howard actually. Now coming around the corner with her second shot here in the second end. This one's that much better. This one's going to be a little tougher to dig out. Matter of fact, I don't know if she can dig it out. She's going to give it a go, though. There's a little more room, I guess, between, you look at the overhead, there's a little more room between the corner guard and the rock in the house. But very difficult shot. This is close. I'll tell you what, guys, that's a great shot. To gig that out of there, that was just a tremendous shot. Unfortunately, she's probably going to have to do it again. Mentioned Tirinzoni was 3-0 in the bracket round. Didn't blow people away, but at the same time, pretty much controlled every game. I think it was a couple of 6-3 victories and a 6-4 victory, something like that anyways. And it was, yeah. So she didn't necessarily dominate, but sometimes a 6-3 game is actually dominated. It just looks closer on the scoreboard. And vice versa. Sometimes the score is, 8-4, and you're like, well, it was really a closer game than that. Just somebody got 3 in the 7th or something. So I didn't look at all the line scores to see how they ended up. I just checked the actual scores. So Silvana Tirinzoni now calls the game, throws third. This lineup has been intact for a very long time. I think Silvana and Alina certainly have been together for a very long time, and Carol Howard is with them a lot. And the lead stone is Selena. This is going to be tough. I don't know how to say this. Wishanke. I have to get somebody to give me a update on how to say that word, but there's a good shot. Just decided to go around the center guard this time, and a very nice shot by Silvana. Going to probably, I was going to say, I think she's probably going to have to run this. They're making it pretty tough on Tabata here in the second end. They've thrown 2 or 3 really nice corner guard draws, whatever, around the corner guards, and then a beautiful guard or draw here by Silvana Tirinzoni. I think you have to probably take a shot at running this back, unless you feel really good about draw weight, and if you can draw right in on top of that, it'd be really tough too for Tirinzoni. So here it comes. A big push. Unfortunately, might have pushed it wide. Well, it's coming close. Going to be real close. Well, another great shot. Comes up another probably inch. She ends up nosing it and leaving it totally buried. Tirinzoni will play the same shot. Same shot she just threw. A little different look. There we go. Several of these teams will be going right from here to the Grand Slam event in Saskatchewan, which starts on Tuesday probably. Yeah, I think the 16th. That'll be today's 13th. So yeah, Tuesday. They start Tuesday evening. Earlier than they used to, but another good shot. Not quite as buried, but they probably will play the same shot they just played with the run, given that they got to see it. I mentioned the playoff structure. There's 16 out of the 24 teams make the playoffs. All the division winners, if you will, and the next 2 best records play in, let's call it the A side of that playoff bracket. And it's like if you're familiar with the Page playoff system, it's almost exactly the same thing, just bigger. So the eight teams that are playing here will play. The 4 winners will move to the actual 8 qualifier final round. 4 losers will drop down and play the winners of the other 8 teams that are playing as well. This is going to be close. Should get it again. They're not getting a lot of it, but they're getting enough. So there's 8 other teams that made the playoffs, most of those with 2-1 records, probably even a couple of 1-2s, maybe even 3 1-2s that are playing at some point here as well, probably next draw or the draw after, because there's only 6 sheets and you've got, you need 8 sheets to do one of these with the men and the women. So those teams will play. The losers are out. The 4 winners from there will play the 4 losers from here. And then those 4 teams, the 4 that come out of that, will join the other 4 that qualified through wins here, and you'll have your 8 finalists. It's a bit convoluted, but if you think it out and don't get baffled by it, it'll make perfect sense to you. Because it's such a short, small bracket, the organizers, probably rightly so, just figure we can't eliminate more than half the field with records of 2-1. Alina Petz, without a doubt, the second best last rock thrower on the planet. Again, with just Rachel Holman being the challenge here. So after this whole end is gone, the hero is going to throw one more run back. It would be almost a shame if they didn't make this, because they've made 3 or 4 or 5 really good shots in a row here to avoid giving up a 2. And this is their last one. Actually, if she makes this and doesn't jam it on the back, she could actually even force Tirinzoni to take 1. It's on its way. Will it come up enough? It's going to come a hair more. And it does. So well done by Nihiro. Team Tirinzoni there made, I don't know how many, but made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6 shots in a row. Very good shots. And they just managed to be dug out by Tabata. They're trying to figure out how to blank this. They really don't want to be forced to take one here, especially the 2 rocks that are just at the back of the house. Our rock board on the bottom shows this to be the last rock, or shows there's another one rather, but there aren't not. This is the last rock of this end. Alina Petz trying to get them both here. She may not get and she will not. Whoa, Tirinzoni goes down. I think she's okay. But at the end of the day, the rocks are all gone, but I'm pretty sure that, might have to wait till they put this up. I'm pretty sure that Tabata did score 1 there. Unless I didn't see the rocks well at the back. But we will go to a break and come back, and either way, Tabata's going to be throwing first, but I think they ended up stealing one in that end. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the rockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
So we're back for the third end action. Still not showing any score, but we will know that in a minute. Once we see the scoreboards, we'll put the score up on our board. We do think that Tabata got one in the second end, and they did. So it is 1-0 for Momoha Tabata. Tabata started 2-0 and then lost their third game to drop down to 2-1. But did make it through no problem, and actually made it through to this side, so that was good for them. Gives you that one extra life, which is not so bad to have. So Selena, and I do have to learn how to say her last name because I really don't even, I should not even attempt it, to be honest, because it's just, I'm going to make a mess of it. Haven't seen this team in any games that I did all year for sure, but it's a good looking shot. Going to be tiny little bit short, but pretty darn good. So I believe it is it's Nahiru that actually is calling the game this weekend and throwing this fourth stone. So it should really be her, but we'll still call it Tabata. That's the name we have, Team Tabata. And it's nice and easy to say. And I don't know if this is a permanent switch or just something they're trying out for this weekend or what. So playing the draw here, trying to just draw right in on top of the yellow that was just thrown. So there's a little more curl than I've seen all week, and it might be just the sheet that we're on, but it didn't want to roll off. But so it's little tiny things that are just sometimes turn what should be a perfect shot into not so good at all. So Tirinzoni the chance to make the double and roll to the wings. Carol Howard. She'll make it. Does leave a double back, actually. It's pretty thin. So I'm not sure if this is an out. She's throwing the out turn or throwing the in turn here. I would be a little bit surprised by the out turn. If she's trying to make the double, she's throwing the out turn. I think she needs a little more ice than that. We'll know in a minute. No, she's throwing an in turn. In turn with lots of rotation. Any contact at all, she should have the double. Very nicely done. This team has come to play today. Love it. Not a good shot. She won't be happy at all with that. Oh, sorry. It was a good shot. I missed the color here. Half buried. Team Tabata getting used to have to dig everything out from behind guards. This is one of the more open ones they've had last couple ends. Sweeper indicating probably up. You will see this team use a lot of hand signals. Quite often the thrower will follow it down and offer hand signals on the way. This is going to be tough to get it. She will not get there. She moved it underneath a little bit more. Short run back though. Trying open side here. I'll probably take this back. Try to avoid a hit and roll. That's perfect. You might be thinking they wouldn't want it to go back that far, but really they have to make sure that the Tabata team can't hit and roll and be shot. So you can have another run back coming. Tabata's gotten a piece the last 3 times they played these. It would be good for her if she can manage to make this one stay. Just hit it right on the beak. This is really close to being really good. Very nice. That is Sei Yamamoto. Maybe not. That was probably Momoha Tabata actually that threw that one. Get it figured out here eventually. So she's got about probably can see from the right hand hack, probably can see half, maybe a little more than half of this. Definitely not a gimme though. Not going to throw this real hard. She's got quite a bit of ice. Probably looks like a little over a foot of ice. Sweeping to keep it straight now. It's just the control weight meant that it was able to save the shooter. Very good weight choice and a very good weight throw. The good news for Tabata, she's got a good shot at a double here. She really won't care too much about making the roll, although the roll could happen depending on which way you make this double. Oh, unlucky. Yeah, it was unfortunate because she did have a good shot at making that. Could let that curl up a little bit more, I guess. That's now going to draw. It's going to curl up, but we've seen this turn curl a bunch, so it's a good shot. I think if Tabata is smart here, she will just draw down to that, and she will. Nahiru throwing skips rocks. This one does have to curl a mile. Moving now. Well, get there, though. Needs a little more. That might be enough. It would have been good, though, if it had gone another 2 feet. Sweepers had to wait a little bit. Do have a chance to make a double here for 3. Hurt a little bit for Team Tabata. They haven't done a whole lot wrong in this game. Helena Petz can throw the weight, too. I'll tell you, she's not a skip that doesn't have the big weight shot in her bag. Final rocks, third in. And a lot of weight. Tirinzoni was off right away. She may not hit anything. She may miss everything. And she will. She will score 1 still, but missed opportunity for Helena Petz. That's a couple of shots we've seen her miss on takeouts here in 2 ends. That's not very common. But as we finish the third end here at the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown, and you are watching on Curling Stadium, scores 1-1. We'll be back after the break.
Hey, Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan.
So we're back now for end 4. This game moving right along. It's nice to see. We have a 1-1 tie. Team Tabata, if anybody's in a little tiny bit of control on the scoreboard, it's them. But I don't know if I'd put a lot of faith in that right now. They do have hammer in the even ends right now. If they could ever score 2 here in the 4th end, that would be definitely advantageous. But not going to be that easy. Ooh, nice draw from around the outside. Not going to be real deep, but a little short. Mikito Nakajima with her second here. Coming right in. Good shot. I'd like to find a little bit more depth, but that's not bad at all. Carol Howard play the same out turn come around. They threw in the shot previous. This one's well out there. Probably because it's heavy. And we'll go. Can't tell if it went through or not, but if it didn't go through, it went way back. Coming around again for Team Tabata. They've come to play, not afraid to play either, so that's always good. So often it's hard for teams that are, they're playing a team like Tirinzoni or Homan or something like that. Sometimes you just play to try to keep the game close and hope that'll work out at the end, and it's not going to work out very often. So sometimes you got to be more aggressive than that. This one's way out there as well. I take it way back. Had to be a little wide on that, I think, although it's hard to tell when you're a little bit heavy as well. So Howard now. This one out there as well. Lena Pet's going hard to try to get it to move. And they got some curl. Quite sure I don't know why you'd go out here and try to blast all this stuff now. It's a little bit late for that, I think. I think you're going to give Pets maybe a little better opportunity than she needs to have, really. We'll see, but if you're going to play this, you've got to get all of the yellow ones, to be honest. Probably if you can do that, if you can hit it high across the top of the yellow, you lose the shooter and you probably lose almost everything other than maybe that one red stone. Probably wouldn't be so bad. Sai Yamamoto. Well, wow. That was a great shot. I think you're going to face two now, but at the same time, it was a great shot. That was the only way to me that was a good shot, if you could make all of them, and she kind of made it pretty easy. Tirinzoni now will hit the one in the top of the 8-foot. No trouble there. Well, interesting. She's not going to try the double here. Thought she might. So Tabata. You don't want to jam it on the other yellow, that's for sure. Pets has to at least think about hitting that again. It would be difficult for Tabata to get the yellow out without hitting the red, unless you're able to throw like just a straight peel basically at it. We'll take a little discussion this one. So I'm not convinced what they want to do. And after all that, they are going to hit the one at the top of the 12. I think they really had to in this situation. I don't think, even though this team is very strong, and I don't think you need to press that hard to say, well, we got to come around. We got them in some trouble. Maybe we can steal a point or two. I don't see anything really wrong with being a little bit safer than that right now. Having said that, it's the fourth end. This game's almost half done, so you got to be careful. You don't let it go too long. Silvana Tirinzoni. A very good hitter. This is going to be just what they wanted. Nicely done. Savannah throwing it good today. Not that she doesn't usually throw it good, but throwing really nice shots today. She's had quite a bit of a mix of shots and throwing them all good. So you got to like that. So Tabata coming down to the back one. Certainly mixing it up a little bit today. That's kind of neat to see. I think this is going to be really close to being good. Well done. And not only that, it frees up the red at the back, the other red at the back, and without losing it. I think it's just a little chap and roll here for Team Tirinzoni. And I believe are we down to Alina Petza's shots yet? I think so. I think Silvana's thrown 2 already. Doesn't strike me as a shot that requires a ton of discussion other than just figuring out if you're going to try to move that red or you're just going to draw, and B, what your weight choice is going to be. The shot's pretty obvious. They don't run into each other here. So Alina Petz will throw her first here in the 4th end. They would love to score as well. They could flip the hammers by scoring here, even just a single point. It's really cold out in this area of the country. Around that -30 range. They can have that. This is pretty good looking. So she didn't play to necessarily move the red. Can't quite see yet. There we go. It's interesting. I'm not sure if that was exactly the call or if she was actually trying to bump the red a little bit. I have to, in my mind, think that they might have been trying to bump the red, but just mostly to make sure they don't give up more than a single, but could be wrong. This is going to be hard for Nahiro to dig out, actually, to be honest. It's got to, they didn't come by the guard by a whole lot with just draw weight. It's probably to get shot rock might be easier on the in-turn, but it's going to be, you got to curl a long way to move it. So out-turn's the way to go if you want to move it. I don't think you can move it much, though. Saw the indication there from Tabata, who I believe is holding the broom, that she just wants to go down, just hopefully for her, bump the yellow back a smidge. Looks like they're comfortable now. Everybody knows what we're doing and what we're throwing. And Miku Nihira, or Nihiru. Nihira. Oh, this is never gonna curl enough. Might curl enough to be shot though. Well, she made a liar out of me. Kind of. She's still Pets is still, or Tirinzoni still sitting one. See, that was going to be more makeable than I thought it would have been, to be honest. She probably was the weight that she wanted to throw, I would imagine. Very, very close anyway. And it was out there a long way, and the girls brought it in and came within a hair of just getting enough of just the yellow and moving the yellow another 6-8 inches, and would have been sitting two. There's an opportunity for Pets if she'd like to play it. Hitting that rock basically right there. Your double will be made because the red will come off the back yellow, but you will sit two, and not sure it'd be that easy to remove. Certainly to remove them both. So here comes, anyways, Alina's Pets' final stone here in N4. Tabata with one to come yet. Not going to curl enough, I don't think. Not only that, I might have made the red shot. Yeah, looking at that, they see it, but I don't think it'd be a wise choice. Looking at if they hit the yellow on the outside, or let me rephrase that, the outside yellow, as we look at the overhead, hit it thin enough that you end up driving the red on the yellow. Both yellows go and you get four, but it's a really hard shot. I think it'd be a tough shot throwing it in practice. But either way, have an excellent chance for two. And I'm not so sure they're going to move this one, but I'm not positive that they aren't already shot, but and could do this with just strictly a draw. It's a good look at it. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, still, it's close. Hard to tell, but probably is yellow. So, Nihiru. Working hard on this one, too. But she's going to be fine, I think. Got to get by that. And then got to have enough weight to not over curl. Just a beautiful shot. The hero on fire here today against Tirinzoni. She will pick up a 2. She'll take a 3-1 lead after 4 ends of play here in Swift Current. Jim Nix with you on the call here, and we'll be back right after the break.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
I have an idea.
So we are back, and I think it would be fair to say a bit of an unexpected score at this point in the time, or point in the game rather, with Momoha Tabata having a 3-1 lead over Team Tirinzoni. By no means an insurmountable lead, but this team is well deserved of the lead at this point. They have played very well, made the shots they had to make, made some of them that were very, very tough. So it's not a fluke. Tirinzoni team not playing that badly. Lena Pet's probably not been what she normally is. But other than that, they'll figure it out. You don't get to be where they are in the world and because you don't make a lot of shots. Coming around the corner. It'll be Selena, and they looked it up and they tell me it pronounces something like Wishonk. But I don't know if that's right, but that's as close as the Google Translate gives me. Good shot. Solid player, Selena. I know that, which not shouldn't be a surprise. You don't get on this team if you're not good. And it's funny when you do watch. I mean, I personally have seen this team play all kinds of times on TV over the years, as most people have. But you don't pay that much attention to actually the names, and a lot of times now the leads you don't even get to hardly ever see them when they're throwing. So we'll get a chance to learn the names or see how good they really are. You notice leads is a funny position. You do notice them when they're not playing well, but they sort of get overlooked when they are playing well. It's kind of like the umpires that they always say, you don't notice an umpire if he's calling a good game. But anyway, they're chasing this one. See the hand going up, indicating will they squeak it by? They may not. Not sure. I thought it'll get a little rub, but maybe not. Great shot, man! I'll tell you, this team has just got it figured out in this game. Just perfect weight control. Tirinzoni look for the double here. Double roll behind the corner, maybe. The roll probably being more important than the double, to be honest, although I don't think you can make the roll without making the double. Not gonna roll, I don't think. Oh, yeah, she did. She got them all. Wow. That's a spectacular shot by Carol Howard. I figured you could get the two, and I wondered whether or not it made contact with the other, but I figured if it did make contact, it would definitely jam on the yellow, and it didn't do that. Not sure if they had all that figured out, but they might have. Now you're going to look at a run back on the yellow with the hopes of at least getting the top yellow in the house and the target stone, obviously the guard. If those two went away, that'd probably be a success for Team Tabata. Needs to come up though. No. That's okay though. Forces Tirinzoni to decide, should I put that back up or should I just go open side maybe? Still 5 rocks to come. I'm expecting her to throw Garrett up. Checking with the team, see what they like. Sounds like my team usually says to me, whatever you want. Which is good of them to have that much confidence, but every now and then, you actually want an opinion. So Carol Howard now, after that spectacular triple takeout, looking to throw a simple guard on top of the rock at the top of the 12-foot. Prevent the double. They could, if they wanted to here, just go down, hit the back one, and easily be shot rock. A little bit closer together here, so she does want to get more than one here, though. So we say Yamamoto. Well, that's a good job. Sweeper trying to sweep this rock back to the center line. So I never thought that was ever going to work. So it takes a little bit of the heat off the situation, although Tirinzoni now has a chance to come around this guard, corner guard. If she makes it really good, it'll force Miku Nihira to decide what she really wants to do with the next shot. You don't want to give up 2 here, but you'd be willing to give up 2. Get the hammer back, tied up, playing 6. What you don't want to do is give up 3. Selena and Carol front end for Team Tirinzoni, going hard on this. Will they squeak it by? No. They will not. Tirinzoni comes up short at not a good time. She hasn't had a lot of draws, I don't think. I'm trying to recall. But if she is going to miss a shot, in my opinion, my humble opinion, it's going to be a draw more so than a hit. Not that I expect her to miss that for sure, and I never expect her to miss the house, but... So a hit on the back one now. This is just a situation dictated by score, because obviously make this or miss it, and Tirinzoni's coming around the one at the front anyway. Now that may change it. They may possibly hit the open one, but I don't think so. It doesn't seem to fit their style to me. Because they still have a very good chance of 2. If they hit the one at the back and never roll out, then Tabata's going to race around that guard so fast that you are going to have to be prepared to make something really good here. So Silvana Tirinzoni. So I think has been in the World Curling Championships probably every year since 1962 or something. I don't know. Been along. She's been there almost all the years that I can ever remember. find a little better weight on this one. It's got a curl, but it's also maybe a little tiny bit warm, so they're trying to get the best of both if they can. No, there's nothing really wrong with that, except for it's just a little bit deep. Gives the hero a chance to come down and sit right on it. Hero, I keep calling you. I don't know why I do that. Big shot here. Chance to force Tirinzoni into, just pretty near force Tirinzoni into a single. Talking about Tirinzoni at the World, she is win the world's 4-time world champion. And was at both the last 2 Olympics. So Miku now will have an opportunity to not necessarily steal this end, but make sure she doesn't give up more than 2. The girls are working really hard on this. I want to say it's light, but it seems like they can take it a long, long ways. Not much quit in them, that's for sure. A little short. And I don't think the sweepers could have got 1 more inch out of it. They went hard all of the way. Trying to figure out how to get 2 here. The red is usable, I think, but it's going to be hard for Tabata. It actually curled enough. It's going to be tough for her to do anything much with it, to actually tap it in, say, to be shot rock. I don't think she can do that. I don't think she can get enough curl. I think you have to play so tight to the guard. Pest likes all the shots. She's not afraid to draw either, so. Discussion here, understandable, down 3-1. Game is getting shorter here as we move on because you've got what, 3 ends and plus a bit here. I've said before, it always surprises me teams that are at this level, and there's a few of them that sometimes have situations like this where it's just so baffling to them, it seems, or not baffling, but requires much more thought and consideration than I would expect. It just feels like they've probably seen similar situations so often and must have had played sometimes ways that works whatever they choose, sometimes not so much. So. So they've decided, and this is about what I expected them to decide. They're going to come around the red, try to tuck just a little tiny bit in behind the Tabata stone. Lena Pets had not her best first forehands. She will be looking to be much better here in the second half, which I think would be certainly her forte, and expect her to be very good in the second half. I guess they weren't going around, they're just going to try to corner the red one. Kind of does the job. Will be interesting to see what Tabata tries to do here. With a 2-point lead, I don't think it would be wrong to hit that yellow one. You got to make sure you get close to the nose. We like to get inside the nose so you don't lose your second shot, but I don't think it's the end of the world if you do. So. Just got to be sure the yellow goes out. Don't have to score here, or steal a point or anything like that. You just have to make sure you don't give up the 3. So I think she's going to draw. Yeah, you can see right there. This is the one way that she could possibly end up stealing. First and secondly, she could make Lena Pets' final rock really difficult, because they will really, really want to get 2. So Miku Nihira this is very close to being very good. If it's got enough to get by that yellow, I don't think it does though. Unfortunately, it ended up in a terrible place. Very, very easy double for 3. Needed another probably 4 or 5 feet of weight, and that would have been perfect. But I think everything goes here. I don't think there's anything reason why for them to not play this. And it, like I say, for Lena Pets, it's a pretty simple shot. Maybe a remote chance that this red ends up going back on the other red, which might end up being number 3, but that would be all. And, you know, I don't think that will happen, but I think that would be the worst case scenario. There you go. So just not the greatest positioning of stones on that end for Team Tabata, but very nice shot by Alina Petz. She will pick up 3 and take a 4-3 lead after 5 ends of play. You're watching on Curling Stadium. We'll be back right after the break.
Brett, come on, man. I know Aztec's #1 for online safety training, but we really should be out here practicing.
I know, guys. I'll be right there. Just let me finish this course on gas detection. Wait. Do you smell that?
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatchewan in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
So, Silvana Tirinzoni, with really the first major offense that they've mounted, picks up 3, and then 5, and has a 4-3 lead as we go to end number 6. This will be a big end for Tabata to score, especially if she could score more than 1. Scoring 2 here would be put her in a very good position on the scoreboard for the last 2 ends, and scoring 1 would not be awful. So just got to be careful you don't give up a steal here, because then I think you'd go from a very much an analytically good position to an analytically bad position. Reminder too, we've still got a couple more draws today, maybe even 3 more draws today. I lose track of time here on the schedule, but lots of great curling action as we moved into the playoffs on both the men's and women's draw. There'll be some terrific games, very nicely done by Selena. And and we've got coverage of all of them. And then as we move into the nitty-gritty tomorrow, we've got coverage of all those draws as well. So usually a couple of commentated games every draw, and just visual on the rest. But thrilled to be able to be here on behalf of Curling Stadium. This is a great event and a great field and lots of good curling, so very excited. Even though I probably didn't sound too good mostly for a few games, it's getting better, if that matters. There's a nice shot. Nakajima. Very nice done. For another guard going up here for Tirinzoni. This one might be a little on the deep side. No, not bad at all. Pretty much have to get rid of these guards. Hit this a little bit high, yeah, a little high over that one. The second yellow may well go in and hit the red, which if it hits the red, it's hitting the yellow as well. Wouldn't be awful. If you're going to try to roll that way, then it's a little different. They won't be playing the even for two. Definitely think you want to get rid of both guards if you can. Good shot, but you were going to leave that center guy. I know it's yours, but it's a long way out. It's not super usable. Carol Howard now. She of the triple in the last end. Coming around. So it looks like a run attempt here for Team Tabata. Yamamoto's second. That's a good shot. I tell you, this team has not missed much today. You can like or not like the calls, but if they're making the shots, that's most of what matters. So Silvana Tirinzoni now will look to put a guard up and somewhere probably around the Westland Insurance logo. That will work. So we're going to try to run this yellow back on the red. Almost a nose hit. And a nose hit would probably do it. You might actually get both yellows. Come up a little. Will not. Very close. So the problem, it's not really a problem, but with that weight is that sweepers don't have a lot of time to do anything with it. So you kind of get what you throw in that situation. Guard back up. This one seems like it's out a little further. Definitely a little more curl on this sheet than I've seen so far, so it's good. It's not radically different, but it's just enough that I personally just think it makes the game a little bit more fun. You got another foot of curl, and that's enough to make some shots that had been previously difficult, but maybe just a little break in the weather's made a difference. Who knows? Okay, you got a run back coming again. Momoha Tabata. It's not going to get it either. Getting close on that, just haven't quite been able to nail it. So guard going back up again. You're probably going to see, or better not say for sure, but I think you're going to see at some point here, Team Tabata will look to raise, maybe run their red back, even though it is quite a long ways. Would like them to try to carve this over before it stops. Will she leave a hole? If she did, it's not very big. Yeah, I'm not sure that you can fit a rock through there. Try to run the red this time by the look of it. Up a little more yet. Oh, that might have been our last chance to make that, actually. It's going to get very tough now. But even their misses have been a lot closer. I did the Tabata game in their third game, and they struggled kind of mightily against Grey Withers. Definitely not struggling right now. This is really hard to get to a position where you might be able to have an even shot at stealing two. So really they're just trying to make sure that they play the best shots to solidify the one. So Tabata, after, I wouldn't say they controlled the first four ends, but they're in very good position and we're playing very well. A little bit of struggle in the fifth, and then the same here with not so much that they've been struggling here, but they haven't been able to get to that rock, and they have had a few run backs that could have been made that haven't been made compared to the fact they were making them all earlier. So just the guard. That's a good shot by Alina. So Nahiro thinking we should go to this one. I don't think you would ever give up two by running this long one that she's looking at now. I think there'd be no way you'd ever throw light enough. I don't think that you throw it in there if you happen to hit the red, which is what you're trying to do. But if you happen to hit the red, then it doesn't go out of play. The yellow doesn't go out of play. So, and you end up giving it up two. The back yellow is going to go. So, I think I think you're okay on either shot. Is my point. The one on the outside might be for two, but the one close to the center line has got to be an easier shot. Looking at them all, you might as well pick the one that you feel the best about. They're all hard. This one's probably the longest one, but it's a little straighter than, say, the one on the opposite side of the sheet under the word insurance. That's a much harder shot to get rid of the yellow. This one, as long as you hit the red on red, you're going to get rid of the yellow. But it's not easy. But it's a big shot. It's a big shot to score here. Good effort by Tabata there, but Tirinzoni will pick up another one. Lead 5-3 after 6. 2 wins to go. Down a couple. We'll be back in a minute.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Anyway, I'll start this with you. So
Sure.
It's just Tirinzoni now with a 2-point lead as we go to end number 7. Tabata's got some work today to do, and I'm thrilled to be joined by Dave Schmel. He of Another Game today, and one of our great broadcasters here in Curling Stadium. And Dave, I'm going to let you take over the play-by-play for a couple ends because I know that you do that so well. And we'll have some fun for a couple ends. Thanks for coming.
Hey, no, not a problem, Jimmer. Here, I thought I was going to get to act like a smart color commentator for a minute. But
Well, you sure.
You're
can
smarter
if
than
you
me. You're smarter than me.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Anyway,
Okay, I'll give you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll give your throat a little bit of a break.
Sure.
Jim's been battling a cold, so send your Ricola to Jim Nix in Halifax.
Yeah. I've got 5 left in my bag, so I'm due to buy some.
All right, so here we see the ball come in from Tirinzoni. Tabata has the hammer, trailing by 2 here in the 7th.
The sheet has a little more curl than what we've been seeing, Dave. That's when it's, I don't know if it's just a sheet or if it's all the sheets today, but this has had, like that shot there was, we would have been edge of 4 foot to make that for most games, so it's been more fun. I've enjoyed the sheet, so.
Just getting my lineups copied down here.
Coming around the corner here. Yes, I've never figured out how to say the Tirinzoni's lead's last name. I did it on Google Translate. I didn't really like how it sounded, but I didn't know how to say it at all. I don't know if you have an idea on that or not. Well, she's already done it.
I would go with Shansky.
Well, that's pretty darn close, I think. That's how I was, when I was looking, I couldn't quite figure the end of it. Didn't like the way the end of it sounded, but.
It could not be an E, it could go to a K. That would be which counts that K. But
yeah, it's just awkward. But anyway.
Yeah, so anyway. Carol Howard made a nice shot there. Did roll a little bit too far into the open. So Tabata's going to rip these apart.
Yeah, Howard had a nice triple a couple ends ago to turn it in around and sort of set up the potential 3 that they did score. So it's been good. Both teams have been great at digging rocks out from behind guards and everything. So it's been a good game, really.
That's one thing we've seen from this Tabata team pretty much all season this year and last year. Get 1, 2, 3 moving. Look at them all fly.
Great shot.
Get the squeegee out there, all gone.
Teams have been great. Look at digging rocks out from behind guards and everything. So shot from, it's been a good game, really.
That's one thing we've seen from this Tabata team.
Yamamoto, yep.
All season
Just
this year and last year. Get
enough.
1, 2, 3 moving. Look at them all fly.
They definitely needed that.
I came in just in the nick of time to get excited.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I'd like to thank everyone who's joining us. About 700 of you strong right now. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to Curling Zone on YouTube. You'll get all the action from all the draws. It's been a great tournament. It's just our first set of qualifying games. As you can see, as the game I was on completed, the ice crew is hopping on over there.
Yeah, this one actually started a little bit early. It was scheduled at 2, and I don't know if all of them did or not, but this one started a little bit earlier. Matthew had to message me to tell me that we were going already. It was only like 10 to 2 or something like that, so and they were halfway through the end.
Yeah, my game started at quarter till as well.
Yeah. So they're throwing the same order they did the other day too, Dave. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So Tabata's throwing third, eh?
Yeah.
Here throwing last.
Yeah. Well, just about how good the game's been, and then they have their first pretty much open hit miss.
Well, you know, you have to put the jinx on every now and then.
Yeah, we haven't had too many of those broadcaster jinxes in the last little bit, so.
So, you know, yeah, just like yesterday, Jim, it's got to be cold in that ice shed because everybody, even the Italian men were wearing their big parkas while sweeping.
Well, that tells you something. Yeah, everybody pretty much has a sweatshirt or something underneath their jackets, or they're wearing the big winter jackets on the outside. Anything it takes to stay warm. You do have to stay warm. It's imperative that you're not completely uncomfortable out there. It's very difficult to play the game when you're cold.
So here's Tirinzoni. This one looks a little bit on the light side. It's going to be a guard. It's going to be a very high guard. Positioning is good in terms of line though.
Yeah. Might be able to throw enough weight to come around there and get that, but
yeah, I think you could chase it on the outturn.
You are, a little bit of risk and running out of time here in this end to do what you need to do. Probably looking more for a blank than they are for a 2 at this point, but one shot can turn that around.
Yeah, this shot here would give you still to have that opportunity for it too if you can make it. They're going to raise their own onto shot rock here. It'll leave a guard. Just have to skinny on by. Yes! Back and back, but it did over curl because look at it spill open.
That's unlucky. That was very close to being perfect.
Yep, they took the aggressive type of shot that they had to take.
Yeah. Yeah, even if she had been able to make that and just stay somewhere, didn't even have to be buried necessarily to make sure that Tirinzoni didn't get to play this shot.
Right. Tirinzoni has her line set. Elena holding the broom. This is starting to finish on over.
I'd really like to stay above the tee line. If they possibly could. Maybe a little more above the tee line.
Yeah, technically correct.
Yeah. Lots of curl there, as you can see. It's just gotta make sure you get the weight close and you should be okay. Doesn't have to move this very far. Can't move it very far, to be honest.
Yeah, coming that deep did give them this opportunity here, so let's see if they can take advantage of it. Tabata Momoha. Needs this one to walk on over. Needs every bit of finish it has. Oh, does not get it. Gets a little lucky to where it went to.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's going to get really tough now to score, probably, versus even getting more than one. Alina Petz is not somebody that doesn't draw well. She tends to make them all.
ask her if she wants to play my club on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So here's Pets. Carol and Selena are escorting it down. It's just a little bit heavy. Well, give them a chance.
Well, it's really a miss. It really is. It's, as you said, give them a chance. A big miss, yeah, because it's a lot of opportunity here to lock one in there pretty good right now.
I mean, you lock one in there, get that one secured, and depending on what they do, just maybe you could run something in for 3.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, and I think that'd be the thought. That's exactly how they're showing it right now, is I think the preferred way to hit the shot, make the shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about moving them too far right now. I would just want to secure shots done.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't like to be down 1 without coming home, but it's better than being down 2 or 3 coming home, so.
It's tough to say be patient with your next to last stone, but be patient.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But you're right, if you can make just a little tap or flop here, there's a good, at least a possibility that you're going to have a chance to run something in for, without too much risk, for more than a single.
So Nahira Miku, line's looking pretty good. Past the guard, get right into that pocket and sit there.
That's beautiful. Well, I think maybe not
just
shove.
a touch too far.
Wow, that's a shame. I thought they had that, but man, I tell you, well, they carved it a little too much.
Right.
Probably, but it when they're carving to come by that high guard, I'm thinking, gee, better wait. Like, they were very brave. You start that carving stuff, as you know, it's you don't get to just stop it all of a sudden. Once it starts to go, you just hold on.
You cannot uncurl a stone.
No. But that is a shame. That going to make this next one pretty darn tough. Not quite sure where early. It's just throwing straight guard here.
That's certainly an option. But I don't know. You throw a straight guard. Is there a back line weight shot on the intern side against this booth? I think there might be.
Yeah, there may be. That's a long way over.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
you're grasping at straws at this point, so.
No, you're right. You're right. And like I said already a couple times, seems to be more curl than we've had. So I thought they might just end up coming right in again.
Because you saw how hard they were able to carve it past that guard. It got almost a whole rock's worth of movement.
Yeah. Yeah, it's coming in on the out turn.
Yeah, the intern, sure it's a wall shoot, but it's minus 24 outside. I don't know how much being the wall shoot affects the ice right now.
No, it's curling well from the wall side. That hasn't been a problem.
That's more of a problem for us down south than it is for you guys.
Well, yeah, minus 24 would be a problem for me too. Although it's what Sean said earlier was minus 36 at one point when he was up late last night. I thought, oh my goodness. I said, well, I said, yeah, that'd be hard. He said, well, we don't get that usually either in December, so.
So, how do you take your coffee with sugar and antifreeze?
Yeah.
Or I guess the other way to do it is the sugar and a stiff shot of some spirit.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as antifreeze.
Yeah. lot of discussion on this one.
So if you're going to walk and put one down, Jimmer, where are you putting it?
Well, I think I'm going out, turn right into the rings, right to the edge of the top of the button, right just ahead of where that broom is. Just see if even if I tap the red a little bit, I'd be okay with that. Almost the exact same shot Alina just threw, to be honest. I don't know how Tabata would ever get enough of them out.
Well, saw a shot in the morning draw. Tyler Tardy basically made what would be like the yellow-red into the yellows.
Really? Huh.
That one's already circulating the interwebs. Team Cooey already posted it.
Yeah.
It was a tardy party.
So I'm not even sure what they settled on here. It's kind of looking like a guard ice.
Yeah, it looks very guardish.
I'd be a little nervous because I'm not convinced that intern won't curl enough. It'll be hard. It's a big cut to get in there, but I'm not convinced it won't curl enough to go back and tap the yellow.
I think it certainly can. But you have to try, I think.
Well, this shot does nothing. Wow.
Definition of nothing.
That might change it.
Will it?
I think you can, because I think you can get two by just coming to your red right on the nose and gentle tapping the yellow back. So I think you get two. You know what I mean? Right there on the nose.
No, I see it. It just.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's so easy for that red that you hit to scooch off the button.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's really a back 4-foot max weight shot for me as far as getting two. I mean, you can get one easy, but
if I'm going to play a shot that's that hard, I think I'm going to play the harder shot, which I think might go for 3.
I don't think you can roll too far. Like when she taps and kind of taps and rolls towards the center line, I don't think that shot's there, because I think then the one you're hitting now might roll too far too. So like the red that's already shot or second shot, I think then all of a sudden it might pop out too much. And
right.
Maybe we're going to find out here in a minute. There's a lot of brooms in there. I never like seeing the brooms in there.
This team loves their broom measuring.
You're never getting 3, so you don't need to really think too much about any of that other stuff. If you, you know what, you might be able to come a little bit to the inside, because the red one might stop you from going too far anyways. It's all the same shot. It's just a matter of knowing exactly where you want to hit it here. I just don't think you want to get too much to the inside of that target red, because it's if you do, then I'm afraid of the red one, the current red one, going out too far.
I agree. So huge shot. Have to make a score here.
Yeah, that much for sure. Definitely need 2, but at the same time, you gotta get the score for sure.
So Mahira, 4th rock thrower. settles in. Final stone of end number 7. A lot of weight. This is curling an awful lot. It's going to catch the wrong side, I'm afraid. Okay, so you got one, and that's it. You did get a score. Tirinzoni will have the hammer up 1 coming home when we come back.
Hey Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. Therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
So with the impact to my business and income, will this delay my retirement?
I know you're worried, Marshall, but based on the original plan we came up with, you're only about 6 months behind.
I thought it would be years, not months.
You should feel good. Remember, you've got a plan.
Thanks.
With change comes questions. See the impact of your money decisions before you make them with RBC Wealth Plan.
And welcome back. It's the 8th end of action from the RBC Dominion Securities Western Showdown in the Swift Current Curling Club. First round of qualifiers here between Team Tabata and Team Tirinzoni. It was a missed opportunity there in the 7th. Tabata had some stuff going on, Jim.
Yeah, I think, so close to making that, but I'm not convinced just by where they were trying to go with that. It felt like they were trying to get more to the inside of that than they needed to. I thought really it was just right on the nose would do the job. So, but anyway, it was a great effort, and it was just an inch or half an inch away from scoring 2. But unfortunately now they've got a little bit more of a task at hand. So they've got to steal 2 ends in a row probably. So.
Want this one to stop in the guard zone. Is it a guard? No, it's in the rings, but dead underneath the guard. So
yeah, I think that's the saving grace. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still going to be ticked. It looks like.
Well, I don't think.
You can do it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything to lose by doing that.
Only thing you have to be careful of is ticking the high one.
Yeah.
Dave Schmel, he's Jim Nix. Jim was nice enough to let me join him and take you home in this game. Kelly is on the production on the 1s and 2s. Along with Matt Hone. Oh, and they do tick it. And that's going to be a no tick zone violation.
Now, but even on the broadcaster curse, I think I'm putting that one on you.
That's fine. Don't know. I don't think that's exactly where it was either.
No, but it wasn't. They couldn't see that much of the back one, I don't think.
No.
got a little bit of a setup already, so could be an exciting finish here.
Yeah, they get an opportunity to lay another guard up there now for free. Corner freeze is a nice setup too. Looks a touch heavy. Slow down, slow down. Pull the ripcord. There you go. Beautifully executed.
Yeah, that's a heck of a shot.
Now with that slight bit of angle there, the double peel. Oh.
Yeah.
This one looks to be just a single peel. Away it goes into the compost pile.
It would be like 10,000 year compost or something for granite stones. Maybe more.
Yeah, that's true. One of these days when it's not an important situation, I'll tell you a good story about that.
Okay.
So here's Yamamoto looking to replace this guard. Needs to curl, needs to curl. Didn't cover much of anything there. So the direct shot is now available. Still going to take off the high one. Try to get everything on the way by. Howard. Shonsky on the hold. Push it back. On to the next one, and look at that. They are all gone. Clean house. What a shot by Selena.
Yeah, that was good. I didn't know if they were going for that or not. I thought they might be playing just a single peel again. But at some point, that works out better for them for sure. Not all hope lost yet, though, for Team Tabata.
Yeah, because you got that one there, top on the center. You're just going to redeploy that center guard.
Yeah, the pressure here is to make sure that you just don't group those together. Too close.
Maximum separation.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
People who don't curl can't appreciate. That's just as difficult as throwing to the button, if not more.
Yeah, no, I agree. Actually, Dave. When I became a senior, I played a couple of years front end, which is not something I'd done in many years.
Well, you were the young kid then.
Yeah, and I was. I think I felt more tense trying to throw like in the 10th end or something, getting a rock in the right spot in front of the rings, or in front of the Zatters before we had no ticks and all that. But man, I used to draw on the 4-foot much better than doing that. So.
And they make the peel. They're going to end up raising their own in. How deep this comes is important. They want to sweep this back. It's not a good place for that to happen.
No, not at all. No. Very usable stone now for Team Tabata, but I don't think you try to use it right now.
Yeah, I think you had to lay the guard up one more time, Jim.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I do think it's one rock too soon. It's definitely going to help you. I mean, that stone is your friend.
So I assume she's throwing the guard here, unless she wouldn't go around that on the intern side.
Probably not, but it would give a good lineup with the one that her own red. So it could be either or. Thinking this is the draw. Now they got to get around their own. Get around their own. Now carve it over. Get that last little bit, lock it on. Oh, you couldn't have walked it down much better, Jimmer.
No, a super good shot. I was surprised that's it turn she took, but it's still not necessarily, in my mind, the right shot, but it's a very good shot regardless. You'd certainly get 4 out of 4 for it.
It's going to elicit the peel. Peel or run attempt. Should jam on the Tirinzoni rock.
Yeah. I think this would be a straight peel on this one, but could be proven wrong. I don't think she will go after the run.
Hard on the carve, and it is just a straight peel. 2 more for the compost pile.
Silvana is a great hitter.
Modern game, I really feel like you need to have your best hitter at third.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to hide anybody anymore.
Not to say the skip doesn't have to do that, but you want that skip to have that finesse draw weight for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and I no disrespect again to Silvana. I said this earlier. If you're ever going to beat her, you're going to probably beat her in a draw game sort of thing or in a draw shot, because she's not going to miss very many takeouts. It's basically the same shot here.
Yep, just trying to get that guard in a beautiful location. Keep it moving, ladies. Got to go a little bit further than that. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's exposed.
Yeah, very much.
So now you're going to take this on for sure. And you imagine you're going to see a guard come. A peel attempt at some point, at some type, and then a draw.
Yeah, they've only got one more.
Oh, they do. Our counter's wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's the peel. They're all gone.
Bad news for Team Tabata here is that that's she can make the same shot they played before, basically put it right there, and it's still going to be good. But a minute the previous shot, there was no way for Alina to score. Now there is. Even if this is perfect and she has to draw, she has the entire button to draw to.
So you're trying to be full 4-foot here?
Oh yeah. I think you are. I think you're almost trying to bite the button here, and letting Selena go ahead, or Alina rather, to go ahead and draw, forcing her to draw. I guess not totally a force, because she can probably get by anyways on this. The guard is also, this other problem with this guard is a little bit too high, but anyway, you got to make it first. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get to be choosy over the guard, because you can have that one or that one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Her final of the 8th. Nahira.
You just want to make this as good as you can and make them make their shot. That's all you can do at this point.
Okay, plenty of room past the guard. Now just line it up as best you can. It's starting to track on over. Now that's a great effort right there. Did come out just a touch. Gives you something to think about either way.
It
That's what you want to do.
Yeah, and I say just, but she just needs full 4 foot, so I don't see any reason why you'd flirt with. I know you have a 1 point lead. That's the only reason you would. Go ahead and play a hit here.
Looks like that's what she's considering.
Yeah. Not an unreasonable shot either. It's just made a little finish there that was really odd, and then you know, the guard is so long that you can clear that guard by probably 2-3 inches and get this one. So.
Yeah, we've seen all the rocks seem to corkscrew with this spin at the end here.
Yeah.
So, Elena Petz and Team Tirinzoni. Final stone of the 8th for the game.
Oh, she's obviously close. Yep.
This is close. Getting tight to the guard. Sliding right past it. They make the hit. It slides on out, and that's going to be a win for Team Tirinzoni by a score of 6-4. Team Tabata will have another chance at it later on, but Tirinzoni will move on in the playoffs. And Jim, from what I saw, a good deep game by both squads.
Well, it really was. I'm sure that Team Tabata will be a little disappointed that they didn't come away with a win this one, because they easily could have. But at the same time, they should be proud of their effort in this game. They played super good. And the skipper was good, really. I mean, you know, everybody misses a shot here and there or whatever, but still, it was a very, very good game, actually. I didn't know if it would be coming in, and it really turned into a real good game. So,
thank you so much to all of you from watching. Keep it right here on Curling Stadium all day and all night. We got action for you. So for right now, for Jim Nix, Matt Hone, and Kaylee, Dave Schmel saying, have a great day. Catch you later.